the EU has grown increasingly frustrated with Hungary's democratic backsliding over the past decade, resulting in punitive measures and a deterioration in relations. Recently, the European Parliament went a step further by voting to ban Hungary from assuming the presidency of the Council of the EU in the second half of 2024. This unprecedented move has sparked debates on the state of EU-Hungary relations, the radical plan to exclude Hungary from the presidency, and whether alternative actions should be taken. Background: the tensions between Hungary and the EU have been simmering for years. In December 2015, the European Commission initiated an infringement procedure against Hungary due to its asylum law, which was deemed incompatible with EU regulations. In 2018, the Commission referred Hungary to the Court of Justice of the European Union over its restrictive asylum law known as the SOAS law. This law criminalized assistance provided by foreigners to asylum seekers or those seeking residency in Hungary. The following year, the European Parliament began Article 7 proceedings against Hungary, accusing the country of violating the EU's founding principles outlined in Article 2, such as human dignity, freedom, democracy, equality, the rule of law, and respect for human rights. Article 7 is a complex process that involves multiple steps, ultimately leading to the potential suspension of a member state's EU voting rights if a unanimous decision is reached by the European Council regarding a breach of EU principles. However, due to the unanimity requirement, this option has proven largely ineffective. Recognizing the limitations of Article 7, Poland and Hungary established an informal agreement. If one of the countries faces Article 7 sanctions, the other will veto the proceedings. In response to the deteriorating situation, the European Parliament passed a regulation in December 2020, introducing the rule of law conditionality mechanism. This mechanism enables the EU to withhold budget payments from countries that violate the rule of law and only requires a qualified majority in the European Council for implementation. It specifically targeted Hungary and Poland, both of which were facing Article 7 procedures. As a result, the EU is currently withholding approximately €28 billion in EU cohesion funds from Hungary. Further strains on relations between the EU and Hungary have worsened in recent times due to Hungary's divergent stance on issues such as Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Hungary's reluctance to support EU sanctions against Russia, in contrast to most European countries, has caused friction. Hungary, along with Greece, is the only EU member state yet to sign off on the EU's 11th sanctions package targeting companies in third countries that sell arms or dual-use components to Russia. Hungarian politicians have echoed Putin's anti-NATO narrative, and the country has shown skepticism about Ukraine's potential NATO membership. Hungary's refusal to recognize the EU's new migration policy, which includes migrant quotas and penalties for non-compliance, has further strained relations. The challenge of Hungary's EU presidency: Hungary's upcoming presidency of the Council of the EU has raised concerns within the EU. The Council of the EU forms part of the EU's executive branch, with different ministers representing member states based on the topic under discussion. However, given Hungary's current breach of EU law, many EU members are reluctant to have Hungary represent them on the international stage. The presidency rotates every 6 months among member states. The European Parliament recently passed a resolution suggesting that Hungary should be excluded from the presidency, garnering 442 votes in favor and only 144 against. Germany, the Netherlands, and Sweden tentatively support this idea, while Poland, which follows Hungary in the presidency order, has expressed opposition. Blocking Hungary's presidency is indeed a possibility. The European Parliament has threatened to boycott Hungary's presidency, exerting pressure on the European Council and the European Commission to take action. If cooperation ensues, there are a couple of methods to limit or suspend Hungary's presidency. The order of the presidency has been modified in the past, most notably after the Brexit referendum in 2016, establishing legal precedent. According to the Dutch NGO The Majors Committee, changing the presidency order to suspend Hungary only requires a majority in the European Council. Another option is for other member states, such as Spain and Belgium, to claim the controversial topics on the agenda, leaving Hungary with less impactful and less contentious issues to address. Considerations in conclusion: while suspending Hungary's presidency may be legally feasible, the more significant question revolves around whether it would be a wise course of action. The EU's punitive measures thus far have not led to positive outcomes in Hungary-EU relations. Although Hungary is unlikely to be expelled from the EU in the near future, as there is no formal expulsion mechanism, the deteriorating trajectory of the relationship is cause for genuine concern. Finding a path towards improvement seems challenging, and it remains to be seen how the situation will unfold. As discussions continue regarding Hungary's presidency, the debate surrounding EU-Hungary relations intensifies. TLDR and Nebula collaboration. Additionally, TLDR and Nebula have recently launched TLDR's Race Across Europe, an exciting new series. Viewers can catch the first episode on the TLDR EU channel, with subsequent episodes released a week early exclusively on Nebula. Nebula subscribers enjoy an ad-free experience and gain access to an extensive range of TLDR content, including exclusive discussions, extended daily briefings, Nebula series, and full explainers. To enjoy the full TLDR experience, sign up on Nebula using the link in the description for a monthly fee of just £2. Conclusion: the strained relationship between Hungary and the EU, marked by Hungary's democratic backsliding and the EU's punitive measures, has reached a new low. The European Parliament's recent move to ban Hungary from assuming the presidency of the Council of the EU has ignited debates on the future of EU-Hungary relations and alternative measures to address the situation. The EU's ability to block Hungary's presidency raises further questions about the effectiveness and consequences of such actions. As EU-Hungary relations continue to deteriorate, finding a path towards resolution remains a significant challenge.